Finn plus the response pick here. But honestly, I don't think I've seen too many drafts where gotcha, you lose the game. I don't think a lot of the cheese heroes are powerful right now. None of the Meepo, Scars, even Tinker, who has a really high pub win rate.
Turn to pick.
The rework, so he doesn't have to buy Boots of Travel anymore.
A lot of the cheese heroes were also just reworked and made less cheesy, I think.
Yeah.
That's something I think Iceberg is like, okay, can make Dota less, you know, wonky. Some heroes like Meepo just aren't that good right now.
10 seconds remaining.
Bit overly nerfed. When the cheese heroes are good, they're for like you just pick them early. Like when Brute's good, it's first two worthy. Yeah, and it's felt like that's been a trend maybe even for the last few years, where teams are just way better and overall like know how to draft. They don't get caught out by surprise by cheat.
Amazing how hard it is to not get caught off guard, but that TA. But then I see.
Fuck, what do East Coast want? They haven't got much time here.
Okay.
You may now select your heroes.
They needed a Yule's builder. Needed against the Ion Shell Surge of Darkseer, which can be dispelled. Power of Ursa can be dispelled. Also want Puck. A natural Yule's build definitely necessary. Definitely leaning. Darkseer. Terrifying. My only concern. Silencer is. Darkseer needs that. Past that, I think Secret game will just come much faster.
Yeah. Something I feel like, you know, especially the viewers always knows, you see East Coast draft and you're like, 3 melee cores, and they've got an Ursa, even Puck, like Dream Call, locking these heroes down. It's hard to play with all these melee cores in Secret's heroes to some.
Earthshaker alone, scared. There's 4 melee heroes, all of which have to be point. There are like melee heroes in the game that don't have to be point. All heroes that Tusk has to be casting tag team. Timbersaw's abilities are all on top of him. Same with Finn and Void Spirit. Void Spirit's not some backlining mid. If they ever get caught vacuum, they will all die.
Yeah, there is a lot of combo potential in this Team Secret team fight. See, they were talking about Puppy in his pub game. He's got that level 20 Nature's Prophets or something he is well versed in. Whispers, Timbersaw, a classic for him. Here we are. We're going to hop ourselves into game 1.
I haven't heard that one yet.
I'm surprised. It's classic PPD. I love it.
Yeah, you could name a more iconic voice line for who it represents. Yeah, I don't think any of.
Hope we see a bit more of that on the main stage. Not sure EU teams are big PPD fans necessarily though, so maybe they won't be as bored the PPD fan. Fine, we'll have to figure out what the voice line meta is. That's a meta in itself.
I think the voice line meta is how many languages can understand your voice line. Like the FE one is perfect because laughs are universal. Also, like how many Dota situations where it will.
30 seconds to battle.
This goes with an early invade, gonna come in, block some camps and everything. Deny some of that farm game. I think perhaps knowing that Shaker's gonna be maybe spending a lot of time out of lane doing some stacks. Shut down those shenanigans. It does get old.
The battle
They're dodging?
begins.
Oh no, they're just being.
I think it's tactical, like they know, Secret EG rivalries in the past. Bust out the PPD voice line just for Team Secret.
Team Secret seems like the team that would just mute everybody on the enemy team regardless. They're not even going to let you potentially tell. Secret's doing something really. No, Timbersaw kind of relies on being inside the creep. The active stacks up if he wants that. Or he wants to use Timber Chain to hit and last hits at the. So they're confronting him, poising to confront him. Before. Right now, Schofield is mid lane, warding the small camp and potentially looking to do. He's not there yet. He's gonna give Matu a free creep. In a matchup like this would kill heavy one way or the other to make a game changing.
He just can't come out. Puppy's just chilling with Treants, has the Blightstone too, so I mean, Timber, not much starting armor, does have the ring of protection, but that's tough for him. Some of these other lanes, a lot of damage going back and forth in the mid lane. Chryslok getting very low there. See how they look to salvage some of these lanes. I think Schofield already recognizing this bottom lane is going to be tough without the reactive armor. He is looking to pull these.
Look at what Puppy's doing. That is such a cool move.
Drags the wave with a treant. So Schofield, it still moved the creep wave, but
it's the jungle lane.
Yeah, the fourth lane. You heard the stories, and Puppy just trading right clicks with Schofield here. Has ice shots, but what a really clever stop for him. They are completely keeping Whisper away. He has hit level 2. It looks like he wants to grab the next wave.
And Matu's grabbing the other way.
Yeah.
This is
I
clowning.
don't even want to look at it.
Oh, okay, he's taking it under tower. He's like, okay, you can have it. This is too inconvenient for me. I think he's going to wait till he gets his boot. Going glove of haste. Ursa's a really weak laner nowadays. Ursa used to be such a lane dominator, so having a free farm lane like this on Ursa, you're perfect against it.
All that chaos going on there was a first blood up top.
Vacuum, because I leveled it.
It feels good to be this good.
Looking over at our mid lane. Have ourselves a Puck versus Void Spirit lane. So far, pretty even. Both now going to start going for some of those water runes. Puck, actually, no water rune for you.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Okay. Job by Yapster to make sure that Nisha gets the bottle refill up top.
I think Whisper's laning instead of... Then Dragon creeps about 80%.
Yeah. Doesn't have to focus on the last hits quite as much when he's running away. He gets a creep wave under the tower now. And good job by Tusk giving him this kind of solo XP. It's still level 1 Tusk, but Timber's a hero that can really benefit from that solo experience. Back up top. Managed to chase down K1 Hector and get the kill on the Sven. So that's the carry going down.
The lane, I said I thought they would win level 1 and 2. Like, if they were going to pull ahead, dominate this laning stage, they would be winning by now, and they've fed 2 kills already. Yeah. So that's very concerning to me. Darkseer, the thing about it is, can you kill the Ion Shell before it kills you when it comes to farming, right? And if you can't, then you're forced out of lane, which means that the Darkseer will free farm. He'll eventually take your tower. He's going to set up easy dives because he's got heroes like Puck that can conveniently rotate, a support Nature's Prophet that can TP behind your tower and summon trees. I think these early deaths indicate a very early loss of the tier tower when the Prophet time to change. Maybe the 5-minute catapult might be the time.
And a mid-hero like a Puck is a hero that's more than happy to get active too, I feel. So we could see that Puck make those plays to make sure you secure towers or even get some extra kills along the way. Doesn't necessarily bode well for Beast Coast just yet. We'll see if they can find a way to salvage things. If the Timber does get off to a good start in terms of getting that solo XP and some early items, he's going to be the one that needs to defend those towers.
The seeds of fortune.
Dire's structures are fortified.
A lot of back and forth. Nisha's getting a little body blocked here. He's begging for that high 5. Ooh, and he thought he could get past the tree.
Yeah. That look. I mean, it was one of those things that looks kind of bad, but it was probably just like a 0.1 second longer, and he would have drawn it over the tree. Nice solo kill from Chryslok. He's a player that needs to step up if Beast Coast want to take a game or games off Team Secret.
They were already down by 1k at 3 minutes into the start of that solo kill, and talked about the momentum kind of has. Stinger might be going down. Yeah,
it's vacuum back in. Nice stun from the Sven just to save his support, but feel great. And yeah, the Iron Shell just constantly getting them low here. They haven't got any salves. They're out of regen. This is bad news for them.
Yes,
top lane.
You're dead. That solo kill is pretty massive is what I was getting at, because if they weren't winning mid, like I think if Chryslok had died to Nisha, it'd be like GG. Because they'd be losing all 3 lanes. But now we're feeling okay.
It feels good.
I'm just concerned if K1's gonna have the space to farm the stacks that Sven generally needs. hit that crucial timing. Usually he gets his first item, and then he gets very quickly to the second item. And Schofield has been stacking, at least this big camp. He has not stacked the Ancients yet.
Bounty.
Makes his way over there. Void Spirit looking for another kill, misses. Disable. Make his way back out there. Not sure he would have had the damage to kill Nisha. He did have the raindrops out, so it's like using up one of those astral steps. And yeah, looking a-okay here. Level 5 to the level 6 of the Void Spirit has to be a little bit careful for now.
It feels good to be this good.
Mask of Man. After the trip. This is a throwback if he ends up going for it. It's been a couple years since I saw a Mask. Huck guys again. Okay, it wasn't solo, but Husk is not exactly a support you'd think that kills a puck.
Comes the move. We kind of talked about this potentially happen with the Nature's Prophet coming up top, and Yaps are getting very low here. Does die to the creeps in the end here. The Iron Shot damage going to be enough to bring down Stinger, but not quite the outcome I think Team Secret were hoping for there. Freeze. Zai, who is going to go for a TP out. Can he get with a snowball in time? No.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Been a fantastic showing from Chris Luck so far, finding multiple kills and a lot of pressure on Nisha's Puff, who died twice now. Gets the rune as well. So 50-50 exchange going his way. D Ward gets caught by Dream Coil. I don't know if they've got the damage here. The lead should be okay. Dream Coil's going to be wearing off, and Chris Luck just gets himself out of there as Puppy comes teeping in just for the D Ward.
They're forcing to pop the Arcane Room, so it's not...
It feels good.
They are going to threaten his tower. They brought him down to half, and now he has to be a little bit concerned. But really nice creep drag by Schofield. Make it so the catapult will die. A good awareness by him that or just needs a little bit of help getting rid of that catapult. Huge amount of pressure represented by these catapults, but Beast Coast has supported them.
Even the top tier 1 tower is like almost full health still. That's the tower. Oh, sorry, that's the tower you were kind of saying like you expected to maybe drop early with that Nature's Prophet rotation.
Yeah, they managed to survive that dive where Yapsor went down behind the tower, and that's really important. You have a hero like Sven against Ursa, very invasive carry. You need to protect your early towers. We saw what happened last game with T1, where the game was pretty even, and when they just lost their towers, eventually they got ran over, out efficiency on.
Yeah, he's doing his thing, farming the jungle, but gets caught out with the Observer Ward. He's down. I believe that was the Shrine Ward scouting him out, and they use that to hunt him down. As
it feels good to be this good.
Luck poked that, we'll be fine.
Don't mind me.
So bad as Sven. Walk into your... Don't know if they're ganking you or not. The thing about Darkseer, Earthshaker, is they could just be farming a stack together.
Yeah.
Die on chill. And you just never know. And you don't want to like stop hitting creeps on Sven. You know, like, maybe they're coming, but you kind of have to sometimes. And Hector, he's probably just going to retreat to triangle now as he misses the stack. Stinger, man. Ugh. That hurts.
Yep. Pops the God Strength, so he'll use that to clear through all those waves here. Is that back at the top? Puppy. Oh, he's found the courier. He says, forget Schofield. I want that courier, and I want to start poking out this tier 1 tower. Over at bottom, Whisper trying to pressure the tower himself, but just Timbersaw doesn't push particularly fast. He just deals with the creep waves and doesn't get too low.
You can tell Schofield's scared for his towers. Look at his skill build. He's got a 2-2-0 skill build as opposed to the standard max tag team. His job is to clear waves as best he can, defend his towers, peel waves off. Very fascinating. I don't think I've ever seen the skill builds. Fail. Interesting. Makes sense. This
Dire's top tower.
Luck gets caught by a vacuum, but there's no follow-up.
Radiant's bottom
You
tower
make
is
best
under
situation
attack.
out of no situation.
Whisper's trying bottom, but he's just a Timbersaw.
Yep. And it seems like for Beast Coast, they're just trying to delay it as much as possible. It will finally now go down, but keeping up for a decent amount of time, it still feels like. Uh-oh.
Dire's top tower is under
Luck
attack.
gets out of there, okay.
Radiant's
That's the
bottom
Dream Coil
tower
committed.
is under attack.
On Radiant side, you're happy to
Radiant's
trade
bottom
sides like
tower
this
has
when you have
fallen.
Ursa.
It feels good to be
Because
this good.
you're just gonna take Roche the second Beast Coast puts 3 to 4 heroes bottom. And so Beast Coast is gonna have to constantly be aware of that. I put that in the hands of Chris Luck.
Double damage Void Spirit. Can he get the solo kill here? Chris Luck gets him low. There's no more Astral Step, so he's going to be a little bit careful. Has got the Dissimulate still to maybe try and use that one to escape. Doesn't go to the high ground though. Stays on the low ground. It's caught by a Fisher here. I think he was trying to catch him by surprise and juke into the trees maybe. But Secret
Radiant's middle
didn't fall
tower
for
is
it.
under attack.
Mask of Madness is why he's seemingly tilted. He's only level 7. Usually you need a couple more points in the overpower.
Treant's Puppy microing them one at a time so he doesn't trigger the clap. This is big brain Puppy stuff.
They scouted out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they know.
snowball.
Okay.
Wait to finish him.
Vision just, yeah, he went in there. The Vision was waiting for him.
Sprout. That was a perfect Sprout.
This is become one of Puppy's best heroes as Schofield now in all sorts of trouble.
Radiant's middle tower.
God Strength being popped somewhere. This is what Schofield does manage to get himself out of there. I believe they were pressuring this T1 mid tower, but Nisha shows up, and with the threat of the Dream Call, they've got to be a little bit careful here. Andrew getting very low. He's got this Aegis, but he may just lose if he's not careful here. He does end up going down. Great play from Whisper. It's caught by the Fissure here. The follow-up from Nisha is there with the Dream Call. Catches out too. I think they've got the damage to kill this Timbersaw. This is decent for Beast Coast. A lot of spells being forced from the Team Secret side, and they are holding their own, breaking the Aegis right after it gets picked up.
This is a level 9 offlane Timber to the level 7 Ursa. Picked in response to the Timber.
Yeah.
Radiant's
I
bottom
wonder what's
tower
really happened to
is under
Matu's
attack.
game. I guess he felt the need to group up with his team early because he got booted out of lane. And that's showing. He's level 7 to the level 10 of Hector. That does not feel good at all.
I mean, you highlight Schofield. I feel like he's just played such a smart game with how he secured the Timbers lane and since then just kept towers alive.
Will rise next
Puppy does a
season.
nice sprout to get out of the ice shards, but still goes down top.
I remember during their run for 8th place at Guy 9, I believe it was.
Yep.
Schofield was one of my favorite players to watch. The word I use for him is he's just so pesky. You know, your
top
secret,
tower is
you
under
know your
attack.
game plan. Let's put some early pressure on these tier 1s. What the hell? This Tusk is 3-2-0. Skill build. Oh, what?
And it's unorthodox. Like, usually there's standard plays. Okay, the enemy 4-position play this hero usually will do plan A, and if that doesn't work, they go to plan B. He's just doing, like, he's on plan X. He's doing all kinds of wonky stuff.
On his own little universe.
It feels
totally
good
makes
to be
sense,
this
though.
good.
That's the beauty of it. Whenever people innovate, and then you just see it come into fruition in the way they play the game out. Really cool to watch. It shows such an understanding of their role in the game. Part of the reason that Hector has become so famous for being the fast farmer that he is
middle
that
tower is
the
under
rest of his
attack.
team has gone through rigorous training of how to
seeds of
take
fortune.
care of the map 4v5.
Yeah.
Schofield putting on a plenty.
Matu gets in rage off before the sun comes in, but the ice shot block is there. Schofield holding onto the Walrus Punch will hit Matu. Snowball fall off as well, and Matu is gonna go down. Great kill.
It feels good
for
to be
Beast
this
Coast.
good.
Don't let him bait you, Matu. I have been baited by this Schofield man myself way too many times. And this is the first time I think I've ever seen a Tusk go first item fail. I believe I have never seen that. And it's quite cool because they kind of have damage issues defending lanes and overall just before the Sven gets item.
Schofield continuing to poke the bear that is Team Secret, but right now they're not quite looking like a bear with how Beast Coast is having their way. Schofield will finally go down, but Puppy dies mid. That was Whisper getting a solo kill. Had the Yule Scepter and just making a nice little play there as he's now on the run, being chased down a little bit. Matu can, do this on his own. Be a little bit careful.
I really like the first item mules.
Radiant's
Most Timbers
bottom
just
tower
default
is
to
under
Hood.
attack.
Against a lot of magic damage, they have Puck, Darkseer, Earthshaker. It's not like they're lacking. But against the Ursa, I highlighted the need of mules in the draft. And against the Darkseer as well. Immediately queued it up, knowing it's more to dodge the damage than it is to, like, soak it.
Body tramp blocks from Puppy.
The end of this.
Just a silencer kill though, but yeah, his whole build, he's anti-Ursa. He's got the Halberd queued up second. We'll
Dire's
see if he
middle
does
tower
ultimately
is
end up
under
buying it,
attack.
but he's making his entire
Dire's
game about
structures are
negating what
fortified.
Matu can do in his Ursa.
Yeah, the Sven Ursa matchup if they could like ignore each other, Sven would benefit from it. But if the two heroes are forced to interact, then Ursa wins the match. Whisper's like, I'm not gonna allow you to hit my stuff.
They'll set up to the pull, and they're gonna bring down the puck with the help of the global silence. Snowball in, looking for more. They get the punch, they get the.
Oh my! I mean, we did say if there's a vacuum.
They were just about to get that like last right click to kill him, and the vacuum interrupted it. Holy cow!
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
You can like feel that from the monitor, you know?
Yeah, that's the heartbreaking one for Beast Coast. If you're secret, you're thinking, hell yeah, that went perfectly.
This just reminds me in your pubs where you're like the mid lane
let's
and
take
you're
another
struggling,
look.
you're dead,
Here it is.
and here's your team.
He looked so dead until that vacuum came in.
That's a highlight for the entire tournament right there. That is... Nisha says, I've now been killed by Chris Luck 3 times. Carry me.
Dire's top tower
As
is under
Yapsor
attack.
and Zai proceed to fire team on their back.
Yeah. Team secret. Team fight. Zai, he's 4-0 and 6, beating 10 of these 11 kills on a Darkseer. That's all you necessarily expect that. And then you've got Yapsor in all 11 of these kills, 2, 2, and 9.
Something's got to blink.
Yeah.
I'm dead.
Was indeed Beast Coast. They were dead. But
And it's the team secret line.
yeah. Everyone gonna find Schofield, just going for a D1 there, but now he knows exactly what's going on. Secret pulling ahead, 3K gold lead.
What the hell? We were just talking up Beast Coast and how they seemed in control, and then suddenly one vacuum, and that's just not the case.
Yeah.
They both have halberds. I don't know how I feel about the double halberd.
Dire's top tower is
If
under
you're
attack.
Timbersaw, I don't want to say he's like
Radiant's
ruining his
bottom
own game,
tower
but
is under
he's
attack.
inconveniencing his own game in order to make your game easier. I don't know how I feel about also doing it yourself. Because Sven doesn't mind halberd, it's a strength item that he benefits from the damage, but you don't
Dire's
want to.
top tower is under attack.
Beat solo kill by Whisper. The deja vu here, the Dream Call is there, looking to catch him on the retreat. Still may be able to get his way out of this one. Doesn't manage the Timber Chain to the high ground here. Whisper doesn't want to go through the wall until he's got the Timber Chain.
That's easy farm. You can Timber Chain through that definitely for that 5-2.
Chased a little bit here. He's just going to go into the enemy base and TP out.
It feels good to be this good.
And Schofield again caught trying to D-ward, I think. The same ward twice. He's committed to the D-ward job.
I said he's pesky. He might also be insane because he has tried
Radiant's
the
bottom
exact
tower
same thing
is
multiple
under
times,
attack.
and it has not worked any of those times.
It's the space for K1.
Dire's top tower is under
It's
attack.
like a bit of those, like, oh, we can joke about it, like, oh, you know, he shouldn't die twice in the same ward, but it's like, he finds out where they are, and K1 is free farming elsewhere on the map.
You know, if you're in a pub and I was the toss, my teammates flamed me, my response would be to ping Sven's item.
Yeah.
Like, my Sven has all these items.
Dire's top
Up here
tower
dying.
is under attack.
He's
That's
almost
the natural response.
3K gold ahead of the Ursul. Put himself and his team in a position to, you know, go into the late game and win this game. The BKB time is going to be important, because what happened last team fight? Say Sven, yeah, he needs a BKB.
Desperately.
Schofield, third time's the charm. Coming back into that same area, does stay
Run it back, baby. Let's go.
he's near that observer ward vision. Perhaps he knows exactly the range of it. Feels like he's just on the edge of it. Like, okay, there's a ward there.
feels
Let's just
good
stay
to be
right
this
at the
good.
edge.
We're first. Tank extraordinaire.
Radiant are scanning.
Just confirming, they are still there, guys.
Radiant's middle
Field-
tower is under
Field
attack.
report.
Well, ooh, here, Puppy. Got oh, he blocked the Ancients. Okay, smart from Puppy. Just TP's in, puts a sentry down to block that Ancients camp. Recognizing, you know, if this game slows down, even they'll de-ward it probably eventually, but if it just stops it spawning once, it kind of pays for itself.
Camps are what? 100. Not including. And it's very convenient for Nature's Prophet. He didn't have to walk there. Press route. He has the axe. I thought he still had to work on it. Makes it rude.
Yeah.
It also lowers the cooldown.
Dire's top tower is under
pesky.
attack.
Heroes like Sven, absolutely. You don't want to have to pop BKB. He's never building a map. I guess Satanic later. They did add the Dispel to Satanic.
K1's got his BKB coming out. We'll see if Beast Coast want to make a play off this. They've already smoked.
Dire
Sven
are scanning.
likely going to look to sync up with them. They know this second Roshan is there with the Aghanim Shard.
That's huge for Ursa because he does not want to spend
Dire's top
1400 gold on that.
tower is
under
The
attack.
best shards in the game.
But Beast Coast, like, they're ready to fight now with this BKB timing. This is very smart of them as they jump in. They're going to find Puppey. Once again, he is not having a good time with this Nature's Prophet. The last couple of minutes here. Beast Coast perhaps looking for more.
It feels
Look
good.
to set things up with a
middle
Yule
tower is
Scepter.
under attack.
Same for the Void Spirit. Can't get too close here. And Nature's Puck has really been limited what he can do this game. Doesn't have, can't really get near. If he gets caught by any kind of a Yule Scepter into the Aether Rim, he just dies.
Yeah, that's why they picked the Void Spirit into flash. Yeah, pretty much all the heroes mid died of Punk Coil, but Void Spirit, just one item, is absolutely terrifying because you can't face shift out of it.
And if you can't rely on the if they do catch him, they'll just pump the global to stop Shaker from like counterplaying it.
Yeah. That's why they pick Silencer and a Shaker.
Yeah.
The Beast Coast, the thing about NA and SA is they kind of learn from each other in drafting. There's a lot of one-to-one counters where you're just like, yeah, they've got something to deal with that, they've got something to deal with that individually, and it's very different than a lot of like the EU teams who do this whole thing.
You don't have to global for the Shaker. If you catch the Shaker, get it with the Yules here. Nisha does find the support kill on the backlines. Chrysalis is fishing. He's got the Yule Scepter. He just needs to catch Nisha, and Nisha knows that. Global Silence is there with the Snowball. Okay, we've got the Remnant to follow up, and they'll burst him, blow him up. Nice buyback into the global there, just to guarantee the kill.
Yeah, one of the most useful buyback supports when you have instant impact at the play. And I think Nisha would have gotten away there, right? He would have been able to dodge the snowball, phase shift into orb, and
Right, in some trouble here, but Grisluck doesn't want to push his luck. Wants to secure this Roshan. They know they got the Ursa down kind of low. He's on half health, so can't easily come back in this fight. The Shaker respawning. Scopin's just standing there like he's AFK, securing this Roshan. I love it. The tactical feats continue. And securing an Aegis and Shard for your team, hell yeah.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And this is how, as a spectator, we hopefully can convince you guys that deaths do not tell us how well somebody played that death.
Ooh, that's a death you were hoping for.
Now that death, on the other hand, is more detrimental, I believe, than every death of Schofield combined.
Yeah.
And I don't think he was ever supposed to die there.
Yeah,
Without Coil.
Stop looking.
Yeah, they're not. Without Coil, they didn't use Echo Slam. That's definitely just a overconfidence play.
Yeah.
It's not the end of the world because K1's still farming, but now it's allowing Secret to just invade like they are. When you have the Aegis on Beast Coast and a Sven that's looking like this,
big one in though. The Sven comes in with a BKB. Sprout! Oh, it's a Sprout. But now they come out of it. The counterplay's there with a nice vision, blocking up the Sven, going to force him back. Timber Chain's out of there though. So they can just cut their losses at a Tusk. I imagine they'll be okay with this, but they really want to fight that one with the BKB.
that is a awful, like, you could get such a better, you'd have a better use of a BKB Aegis timing on a Sven,
Dire's top tower is
and
under
he's gonna
attack.
get kited. Sprout alone is gonna be enough to be super annoying. He's already running out of slots. With the Aegis, he's already back attacking each Quelling Blade. And once he gets the shard on Nature's Prophet, which he now has, because he went treads, if he does Quelling Blade a tree, he's gonna be stuck anyway because it spawns on top of the tree to cut down.
Dire's top tower is
He's gonna have to go Ags, I think, on Sven.
For the mobility.
Yeah, I have to go it.
So, hold a little bit up top. Nisha's there to follow it up. More stuff, but no. Fissures there to block him. Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. Drops the dunk to secure the kill. Can Beast Coast punish this? I mean, it's a big ultimate, but
He has no buyback on Style.
yeah.
Radiant's current.
Secret know this. They want to force a fight. Vacuum in a two-man fissure. Yasuo blinks in though. He's in a bit of trouble here. Gets taken out by the chakram. They do get the support for it, but Secret probably not going to feel like this one's worth it as they lose Sai as well. Chase is on. Doesn't look like they'll get anything more just yet. Puppey's pretty far away unless they fish him out.
See that Timbersaw's level 20. What the hell? I guess he's
Getting
just
out
been
of
a part
control.
of crucial kills this game.
Yeah.
He's keeping up with a Sven who's been hitting creeps all game. Hector has 328 CS at 24 minutes in the game, and they're the exact same level. They are crazy out leveling Secret right now.
Yeah. It feels like at this point, Secret you know, not to play Matu, just don't have that real carry here for the mid to late game. They're going to be relying on this big team fight combo that has worked for them, but like Matu can't just kill anyone by himself.
You have a lot of heroes that need to be comboed, and they're all very beefy. And I don't think you're gonna see Beast Coast heavily committing to a hero like you saw mid lane. I think they learned their lesson. You know, you're confident for a bit, you're in the zone, and then you get Echo Slammed as 4, and you get it like, you know, you get the water splashed on your face, you wake up from the high that you were on, and that I don't think they're gonna give them that again. So I don't know how they have enough damage to like distribute amongst all the cores of Beast Coast.
They have got those kiting plays. You mentioned the Sprout. Huck's going to have an Aghanim Scepter soon, so that's going to limit what this Sven can do. Here you go, Void Spirit gets caught by the Fissure from the trees. Let's go for the defensive Yule Scepter. The global silence is there, but Zai tries again with a Greaves Vacuum.
That would have worked.
Couldn't get the perfect timing he was hoping for.
To restore the void within.
Thing is
Dire's middle
that
tower
Sven
is
can
under
get
attack.
out of Puck Foil with Ags. So he is going in. Yeah. They like never go Ags anymore on Sven. It's kind of outdated after like Swift Lane getting added in the game.
Radiant structures
Panic just being a broken item for carries in general. Silver Edge also
Dire's
is an
middle
amazing
tower
option for
has
Sven.
fallen.
But the fact that
Radiant's
Sprout's such a
bottom
massive
tower
issue
is
and it's
under
such a low
attack.
cooldown ability, and then there's really no way for any carry ever to get out of Axe Coil on Puck. Sven, one of the few that can Superman out of that Puck.
They're going to resort to some pesky split pushing both mid and top. Scuzz have to address these lanes. They've got Chris Luck in the front line. There's the vacuum down. Vision Yapsor falls up with the dunk, catches out two. K1's trying to turn this fight around, but his BKB is going to be wearing off fairly soon. Hasn't really done the damage on the backline's Whisper. He's taken out the Shaker. Can he find more? This Timber is causing all sorts of problems as Puppy's TP gets cancelled and Whisper wants more. Is there anything from Matu? No. TP's out.
Radiant's
Jules was on
bottom tower
cooldown.
is under attack.
So it ends up being a slightly secret favored fight. Yeah, okay, 12 gold. XP going back. I mean, pretty much an even fight in
You
the end.
knew that down to the penny, God. You were like, that was a secret favorite. Yep, 12 gold.
But then I saw the XP and I was like, what's more valuable, the XP or the gold?
Is it 12 gold or 60 experience? You know, we could take a poll on that one. But yeah, I don't know. Like Secret, they executed that fight pretty
Radiant
insanely
are
high
standing.
level. Like that was a coil, vacuuming them out of the coil into an Echo
Yeah.
Slam,
I think we can take a look
and
at
it's
here.
still
again.
an even
Good,
trade.
that's good.
It does, PB. That's like as good as it gets for Secret, I think. And the fight's going even, so that doesn't bode
Whisper's
well.
just on the backline doing like, he's the one dishing out the most damage. K1's just getting kited and he's kind of the focus of so much of this Secret lockdown and control, but
You can't deal with this Timber.
Yeah.
You cannot afford to use your spells on this Timber. He's got status resistance from the Halberd.
Yep.
He's got like 2,800, 3,500 HP because he got that Bloodstone depleted.
yeah.
3,500 HP.
Here comes Team Secret again. They're not done. They want to keep fighting. K1 gets gone on. Drinkle's there. The silence to keep him alive a little bit longer. He's going to turn with the Ghost Ring. He can't hold his control against Matu
It feels good to be this good.
Oh, there we go. You can hear it.
We're back.
We got Dota Suns back. Hopefully you guys had us as well.
Don't worry, you didn't miss anything important. I was talking about what I thought about the game. So, 7k advantage for Beast Coast. Pretty convincing so far. The Ags for Sven, the problem with this Ags on Puck is I think allowing K1 to buy an item that's like addressing everything. It just
with the
addresses
Ags, yeah.
everything you have, and you're committing more gold to means that his everything that or his item that he's buying is effectively negating your 4,200 gold and giving him what he probably needed anyways. So I think this is a bit of an oversight by Nisha. Maybe he doesn't know how that works. Maybe he thinks they need it anyways. Not 100% sure.
It feels like they just thought like if they, limit what Sven can do in these fights, don't let him carry the game, then things will be fine. But it's Whisper every single fight. This Sven has only, been in 8 of these 19 kills. He's not doing a lot of damage in these fights, but he's soaking up all these spells, all these disables, the sprouts, he's just putting his body on the line to allow Whisper to just have a free game. And Whisper, Bloodstone, 17 charges. About to have an Aghanim Scepter as well. His damage output is insane. He's getting close to that 25 to some extent as well.
If you saw a support's inventory, Tranquil's Veil Yules, how many guesses would you have to take to get it to be Tusk? You know, if somebody said, what support is this? I think it would take me at least 50. Because I do not think that is a build I have ever seen before.
Another, Yules to also just make this Ursus game that much more difficult. Because it feels like both carries on both teams are just unable to dish out reliable damage in these fights, and it's the supporting cast where Beast Coast have had an edge.
I would much rather have a Timber Saw if my issue is damage.
Yeah.
Right, compared to a Darkseer.
Dire are scanning.
Darkseer enables his other heroes to... And in this case, usually you see it being Ansel Surge making the carry do more, but it's more so just the vacuum for the coil as well as the Echo Slam, which is a flat amount of damage compared to the right click of carries as you scale later into the game. This Timber Saw has 3,600 HP. I don't think that coil break combo is going to be enough to actually kill him.
Remember, deforesting the top side of the map here. Finds Zai, still has the Yule Scepter.
That's the Yules.
And Zai, he can't really TP out. There's just too much damage, man. Gets annihilated. 18 charges now, and about to hit level 25. He was like at level and a half. When I said he's almost 25, it didn't feel like I was being that serious, but getting that solo kill there, he's actually about to hit 25.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
They don't have one strength hero. This was a third pick Timber Saw, which was addressed by 2 heroes in the second round. I see.
Radiant's top
It
tower
is proving masterful performance.
Timber!
Dies again. That's been his job for a lot of this game, as Nisha may pay the price to just get a support kill. This has been one of the best 1-in-9 Tusk I think I've ever seen.
I think K1 is getting
Radiant's
carried
middle
this game.
tower is under attack.
Yeah, but at the same time, I don't feel like he's playing bad in any way. It's just the way the draft went, maybe.
Have you ever played one of those pubs as a carry where you feel like you're doing your job, but you never really had to do anything to win the game? You're like, I'm not like cheating or anything. I'm farming. That's what I was supposed to do.
Yeah.
But your team is just like winning the fight for you.
Radiant's
They're
middle tower is under attack.
obviously K1's playing fine. I'm just saying that the performance from the other 4 has been pretty insane this game. This is what I think Beast Coast, old Infamous, has to look like if they're gonna make a deep run at TI, because this is exactly what they look like when they got 8th. That was when they only could play Wraith King. So the team's come a really long way.
They've added a few heroes.
Yeah, they're a little bit more diverse than Hector Wraith King nowadays.
Yep.
So this is really cool to watch, especially since they had a little bit of underwhelming performance.
That's a bit of a reminder that Timber's a hero you just have to be worried about, because that hasn't really popped up all too much in the drafts I've seen. Try and jump on it to defend this top tier 3 tower, but Matsu already gets chunked down at half health. The Dreambolt is there. Then just going to break it as he runs back. And Whisper on this front lines, he's just unkillable.
Yeah, just go on this guy.
He backpacks the cheese. He's like, I don't need this cheese. I need the clarity. It's fine. They can't kill me.
Yeah, he'll take the cheese over a soul ring at least.
Yeah. I like how he popped the clarity and he literally just got a second before the puck clicked him once. He's like, all right, don't need it anymore.
Hey man, if he barely has any mana to cast something, we'll remember that 2 seconds of clarity. Sometimes that's all. You only need 2 seconds of clarity to know what. That blast rig, but is OP here. I feel like the only way he's gonna die is to get hit by Ursa 8 times in a row.
Yep.
In a matter of 2 seconds.
It feels good to be this good.
And that's exactly what this item prevents. I always thought that neutral item was particularly brutal for certain heroes to deal with. Would have to enrage to.
Radiant's
I
bottom
feel like there's a lot of
tower
other
is
things
under
you're worried about.
So you're gonna have to just play that sacrificial frontline role, try and set that big team fight for the Darkseer Earthshaker. That's the last hope for Team Secret, but he's dying in the process. Gets healed up by the Greaves. There's the vacuum. The Volp isn't there. The silence. They get Yapsor before he can blink. He gets picked off. No buyback. And Beast Coast have found the opening they were looking for.
Radiant's bottom tower is
They just go diving in. They're looking for more. They get the remnant pull onto the puck. That's 4 dead. It's about to be 5. It's about to be GG, I gotta imagine. Getting bested by the top South American team. They won Season 1, got second in Season 2, and Beast Coast, they're not here to mess around. They're looking like they've just secured Game 1 against Team Secret.
This is my first pleasant surprise of day 1. I'm not shocked. I think Beast Coast is a solid team, but so far it's been a lot of 2-0s in favor of the team that you would think would win. If you had to choose one, and Beast Coast put on a clinic. I think the only thing they're missing is a Kane for Smith, like for proper roleplay. I think they've got everything else needed to have a clean performance. They're just chaotic, even when they're winning. You know? Like, what other team do you see winning and you see a Tusk randomly feeding on the same board? It's not random. No, but it looks like it is.
It's a little similar to what we saw, like, Ice on his Lycan dying in the top lane last game, where it's like, okay, he gets picked off alone, and it kind of looks like he's, you know, quote-unquote feeding, but there is a bigger picture that East Coast is seeing.
Breaded circuses. All smoke and mirrors.
Radiant's top barracks.
Secret, it's TI, of course. You don't GG out. 30k gold lead Mega Creeps, they're going to play it out. We've seen, I think it was last TI where there was like 5 Mega Creeps come back, and before that there'd only been like 1 or 2 in all the TIs combined.
I don't think Ursa was in any of those.
Here we go, vacuum, where's the ball? They need it, and it's just not going to be coming in time. They're getting the Void Spirit low, but even he's going to find his way out of this one as there's the global silence. The Walrus punch to follow it up, and it's looking all over as Matu managed to bring down 1 or 2 within the Void Spirit. Didn't end up going down here, but what's the answer for this? Tim saw 27 blows picks out. Whisper has a hex now. He solo kills Matu in the fountain. He is just out of control.
He's the highest level in the game.
They have killed 3 though. It is 2 Beast Coast heroes versus 3 here, but it's the 2 you'd want to see. As yes, Whisper Timber, yeah, he's in the fountain.
Radiant's middle tower is under
He's
attack.
not really dying. Maybe if he stays in the fountain.
Give him like 7 more seconds at a time. I think
Jeez, Rampage. It does feel good to see someone this good, Whisper, as he forces the GG and Beast Coast get themselves a 1-0 lead. Man, oh man.
The inner monologue of K1 during the end of that game was, "I'm helping," as he's hitting the throne.
Yeah. That last fight